Good morning and welcome to Kramer's Corner with daily technical update. It is Wednesday, the 21st of May. This is an educational video. There's no recommendation or advice whatsoever intended. It is purely for educational purposes only. And let's start with S&P 500 closed a little bit lower yesterday. Seems to be stalling a little bit. Still positive sentiment on the RSI. But it is stalling a little bit, and I think we could see a correction. I don't think at the first take here we will push above 6,000. It could be tested though, but let's see. I think we will remove this one because it's obsolete now. We have some support here at 5,860, and the stronger support here around 5,783 that could be tested. There's no divergence on the RSI, I believe. No, there's nothing, and indicating we could see higher levels, but maybe we need a little bit of a correction before a possible push higher, but we are stretched a little bit. And it is also May. We have to remember sell in May and go away. Let's see if that will also play out this year. Here pre-market, we are setting back a little bit. Support here just around 5,800, 5,786, 5,765 on the US 500 CFD. So it seems a little bit stretched. You also see Nasdaq 100 is having a little bit of a trouble getting above 21,455 resistance. Tried a couple of times, and yesterday we're a little bit lower, and here pre-market also a little bit lower, but it's not much to talk about, and there's still no divergence here on the RSI, so you can see that the peak here also here was on the peak close here. So but we could again we could see a little bit of correction. We can add a Fibonacci to this leg up here and say if this is the peak for now, well, maybe we could see a correction down to around 20,315, but let's see. I don't have a top and reversal in place just yet. And Dow Jones in this area here between 42,518 and just below 43,000. So there seems to be also some resistance there, and key support down here around 41,899. Asian session this morning, we can see here Seng index is closing above this resistance, and 786 retracement here around 23,673. Were tested a couple of times, but now this morning it seems to really have pushed it higher, almost 1%, very close to the 24,000, and I think it will be taken out here in the next couple of days. So let's see. We can say that it will be a psychological level, of course. There is slight divergence building up, but we are in a bullish trend still, and as long as we stay above 23,059, then well, we are in for a bullish move still. And the thing is about this is that it could be taken down a little bit if the US market faces a little bit of a correction. On the Nikkei, I haven't spoken about Nikkei for quite some time, but it's been really also a strong bounce here. It's back to previous peaks area here between 39 and 40,000. Correction is kicking in. We could see it back to around 37,000, maybe 36,500, 600 level. We have some support here. We have the 21 moving average coming up. We have the 55 turning around here. Could be a larger correction, then it will drop down to around 36,000, where we have a little bit stronger support. We have positive sentiment still on the RSI. There's no divergence indicating a likely higher levels, but for now we have a top in reversal in place, this shooting star here, so we could see it pushing or sliding back a little bit lower here in the coming days before maybe buyers will try to lift it again. In Europe, and EuroStoxx50 pushing higher yesterday. No divergence on the RSI. It's following nicely up here. There will be some struggling, of course, around these peak levels here, where we have it 5,568. There could be a little bit of trouble here, also 5,515. So we are a little bit stretched, but still bullish trend. And we can also see the 100 moving average is rising. 55 is starting to turn around here. 200 is rising. So the underlying medium-term trend seems to be up. And pre-market, we can see, well, it's not really much to talk about, unchanged. DAX also new all-time high, above 24,000, can still push higher towards 24,500. No divergence on the RSI. Really positive sentiment. A little bit stretched, but as long as we stay above 23,338, it is still intact, this bullish trend here. Pre-market, really not much to talk about, basically unchanged. So let's see. We could see European markets pushing higher in the coming time. Seems it is really the strong stock market to be at the moment. But do beware of minor corrections we can see on the way. Euro dollar has bounced yesterday again and continuing this morning in early session, pushing towards the 61.8 retracement and 113.80. If it takes it out and closes, especially if it closes above, then we are looking at 114.45, possibly higher. I think we will see it pushing higher, especially if we get RSI to close back above 60 threshold. Then I think we'll see euro dollar pushing higher in the coming days and weeks. And we can see here on the weekly what's going on. It tried to get back up to these peak levels here. So that's what we are in for the moment. And I think it will continue this weakening in our dollar. Sterling dollar, very close to test the, or it's currently testing this peak here. And if it takes it out, well, then we are looking at levels in the region of 137.50. There's no strong resistance until 137.50 on cable, and it looks very strong at the moment. If it's not being rejected here at the 134.45.50. RSI currently back above 60 threshold, and if it does close above, well, then it is in for a stronger bounce. Interestingly, also the euro sterling is bouncing. It is bouncing off the 100 moving average and the 786 retracement at 84. It has some resistance here at 84.65. That could be a little bit of a worry for the bulls here. The 55 moving average is kind of putting a lid on it here, so it could be range bound here for a while between 83.85 and 84.65. Yen pairs also on the move. We talked about it the past few days. Dollar yen currently around the 786 retracement and 143.70, possibly pushing lower towards 142.5, 142. I think we could see that being tested. We can see all the moving averages are pointing lower. 55 broken below the 200. They are both declining. 55 declining. RSI is soon to test 40 threshold. I think we'll see dollar yen down here in this region here fairly shortly. The euro yen not really doing much. Slightly uptrend here, as we can see, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and still higher highs and higher lows. But it is a little bit indecisive, to be honest. If it can push back and test 165 once again, then possibly it can move above 166.55, and we have 161 down here to a bit of a support. Aussie yen, I think we will see it down to 91, below 92 actually, and possibly even down here to 91. You see all moving averages, the 200, 155 are all declining. The 55 giving a little bit support at the moment, but we also have positive sentiment on the RSI. So the indicators are not that conclusive, to be honest. So I still think we will see it sliding lower here on Aussie yen. Will it take out 90 spot 60 support area here? I'm not quite sure, not at least to begin with. So be cautious if trading this. If it takes out the peak from yesterday and 93.85, then maybe you can try to push back towards these peaks here just below 96. But it wouldn't be a very strong move. We have, excuse me, we have sterling yen. that bounced from 61.8 retracement and the 200 moving average, and that will be a little bit of a struggle to get below. We could, however, if it takes out that level, that little spike down there at 92.58, then we could see at 191.60-65 where there's some support. We have the 55 moving average giving some support. Still positive sentiment on the RSI, so I still think it will hold on a little bit still. Aussie dollar still in this sideways range, right? Not really much to talk about. I've talked about for weeks now, between 63.40 and 65. So not much to talk about. Dollar Canada, on the other hand, is starting to pushing below the support here at 138.90, and I think it will test the 61.8 and possibly also the 786 retracement here at 138 and a change. We can see 100 moving average coming down, the 55 coming down, the 200 flat, and it gave really strong resistance. And I think now we'll see it pushing lower here in the coming days. It really needs to get back above 140.27 to establish a bullish trend, and it's not really in the cards. So dollar Canada, let's just focus it. Still trying to push higher, and I think it will get up to 187.30 at the 138.2 projection of this correction here. So we have some resistance in this region here. It could push higher though, but it is struggling a little bit to really gain momentum, but uptrend is clear. Swiss franc, well, Euro Swiss pushing lower or sliding lower. Now has moved below the 786 retracement of this little bounce there. I think we'll see this support here just below 93 being tested fairly shortly. It could be today. Negative sentiment on the RSI indicating we're likely to see lower levels. And you can say we have a little bit of a double top here in place if 92.97 is being taken out, and then I think we'll see Euro Swiss down to around 92.20, these lows here once again, which is also 161.8 projection of this move here. So heavy on the Euro Swiss, and we have dollar Swiss also. It started really yesterday, we talked about it, and it pushed this morning through 61.8 retracement, likely to test the 82 level here. I think it will take it out, and negative sentiment on the RSI. And if RSI closes back below 40 for us, will further confirm this bearish picture that could take it down to around the 81, possibly down to 80 level here in the coming weeks. The dollar index also lower after breaking the lower rising trend line there, and the minor support here at 100.32. I think we'll see a test of 61.8 retracement 99.26 fairly shortly, and could also push down here to support around 98.68, where we also have the 786 retracement. I think we'll see that fairly shortly. Gold has bounced strongly, and this morning tested 61.8 retracement at 33.15. What I will do, I will just remove this one. It's really obsolete. Could I see a little bit of a setback now, and then I think we'll see a push. If it takes out 3,315, well, then we are looking at 3,367, 68, possibly back to these peaks here, just below 3,500. If RSI closes back below above a 60 threshold, expect that bullish scenario to play out. The silver, well, had a good day yesterday fairly, but still in this range here between 31.65 and 33.70. I think we will see it push higher, but it needs to close above here to really establish a bullish trend. Copper, while still in this range here between 450 and 481, break above 481, and then I think we'll have established a bullish trend. And let's just throw the platinum in the mix this morning. It pushed higher yesterday, massive move there, broke out of this triangle-like pattern. It's been in for quite some time. So I didn't mention it during my call yesterday that it was the possibility that it could. It moved back up to these peak here back from October last year, and then it got knocked down a little bit, but it is in a bullish trend and could push higher towards the peak at just around 1100. On the crude oil, it spiked up to the 55 moving average here this early morning, and then it was sliding back, but it really needs to get close above 64.87 to confirm a double bottom here. If it takes out 60.47, then a downtrend has resumed. The same picture on almost same picture on the Brent crude oil, testing this spikes up here, but it needs to close above 68.65 to establish a bottom, a double bottom scenario. It could get up to test it, so let's see here in the coming days, but if it takes out 63.44, well, the downtrend has resumed. The European gas, well, on the move yesterday, broke above 36 resistance, and I think it could see a push up to 38, possibly up to around 40 in the coming days. The US nat gas, well, pausing a little bit, it spiked down to almost $3, but seems like there's been a contract change. We have the 55 breaking below the 100. They're both declining. That will push it further down, so it will keep it down a little bit here in the coming days and weeks. Interest rate and Treasury yields. Let's see if we can get an update. There we are. The US 10 still 455. That is key resistance. I think it will be tested once again, and I think it will be taken out. And a push towards 465 is in the cards. The 2 years still below, still dancing around the 4%. So it's not really moving anywhere, and I think it will stay that for a while. Moving on to the European 10-year. We have the European 10-year yields bounced a little bit yesterday. Could still test the 254, which is the 61.8 retracement. It is uptrend here. Strong resistance here at 271. We have the UK 10 really choppy here between 460 and 475. And that seems to be the range that needs to break out of. 55 moving average is rising there, so I think it slowly will crawl higher. And finally, cryptos and Bitcoin pushing towards previous all-time highs at just below 110,000. I think it could be tested here the next few days. Still support if as long as it stays about 100,700. Well, then we are in a bullish trend. Ethereum is being dragged a little bit with it. Could get up and test the previous peak here at 2739. If it takes it out, then we're looking at 2900, possibly up to 3000 plus. All right, that's all for today. Have a nice day. Talk to you again tomorrow.